there. And now, hello everyone, and good morning, especially after the little mini drama that we just had at 10:30. I have no idea why it did that, but anyway, we've managed to maneuver it around in a different way. Instead of me, it wouldn't allow me on this new broadcast that we're doing right here now, it wouldn't actually allow me to add myself in. So at the moment, what you're getting is it wouldn't give me the video or whatever back. So I'm still sitting in the back end as a guest, even though I'm the host. But what I'm doing now, I've managed to join in as a guest on my iPad, and that's how you are seeing me as the visual and the sound. So we did a workaround, didn't we, Leanne?
We did. There's always a way around these technical issues.
Yeah.
We just got to be a bit more smarter than that,
than
the technical.
Yeah. So how are you this morning?
I'm not too bad, thank you. And yourself?
I'm feeling a little calmer now that we've managed to get at least something on the screen. So how long we take with it is just up to whatever spirit guides us for, I think, in this one.
That's it, exactly. It was funny. I'm sitting in the background going, breathe, Roz, breathe, Roz. Sending you the messages.
Especially when there was no video or sound from my end. And I went out and did the refresh. I mean, I know Adair and Theone would fully understand all this because they had issues with one this morning at 6 o'clock too. So,
did they? So maybe Facebook is going, or Facebook Be Live is going through algorithm changes again.
Well, I think it was something to do with possibly an update of something in Facebook. Yep. I did get presented with having to rejoin my Be Live to my Facebook. So some of the settings, because I didn't have time to actually look at it thoroughly, I wanted to get on. We only had the 10-minute window. So I actually didn't click everything. So if something does look glitchy somewhere along the line, well, apologies, but it's not my fault.
It's called technology. Universal energy.
Yeah. So,
I love it.
Otherwise, yes, I am practicing the deep breathing right now. Sort of. Okay. Yeah, shallow deep breathing. If you can do such a thing.
It's gradually coming down.
It is.
Yeah.
And it was, even in that, it's actually funny because what we had talked about earlier this morning was, like when we were going to go on originally at the 10:30, it was, we'd asked each other how we going and the rest, and I thought, oh, God, I'm just feeling so sad. In the last three days, pretty much, I've had a deep sadness around me and not really been able to shift that. And I sort of, as chatting with you, I don't know whether it's depression or not. I mean, do you know if it's depression when it hits you or what? Or is it just something that's downloading, or is it, it's that big question mark sometimes.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, it is actually okay to be sad. And especially when you open Facebook to get ready to do some shared postings and the rest of what was supposed to be the original one of these. And the first thing that I saw was the tower spire and the roof of the Notre Dame burning as a video in the news. Yeah. And that really created like a depth of something that's like it is very hard to explain. It's almost like a soul cry. It was that sort of depth that I was feeling it. No tears. It was, I don't know, like it's just hard to explain.
It can be part
of what I first started with.
Yeah, that's it. It can be part of the empathic side of us as well, feeling that sadness. There's a lot of history there. A lot of people will be affected by it. So sometimes we can't help to not take that energy on ourselves. Sort of thing.
just getting as well as far as our past life history as well. There's experiences
Yeah,
that each one of us may have had in that realm in the Middle Ages, in the medieval times, of actually being there,
very
and that's
true.
possibly why there is some hint of the depth of sadness there for me.
Yeah,
But yeah, and it really is, it's past history. And so many things in our past history, of course, have been destroyed for one reason or another. Age, in that particular instance, those timbers would be extremely old, of course.
mm,
And, all the other factors, wars destroy things, deliberately destroying history in some of the Middle Eastern wars. You've
yeah,
seen that happen. And so much else it just creates that sadness. And I thought, well, like you said, deep breathing. What if we just start this show this morning, with just a little bit of the sound of, different, I've got brought in the two different instruments that I thought would suit really nicely to lead
yeah,
into and have while we do a short meditation, just to feel, for each one of us to actually allow that feeling of the sadness, to be aware of it, but also to have it pass through as the experience, that witness, rather than affecting how our day's going to be,
yeah.
because nothing in that realm can actually, we choose to be happy, sad, and all the rest. Well, with the hoo-ha of trying to get this live, I'm feeling quite happy now. Because we're live,
We
we're here
got the main bigger picture happening.
and sharing time. But I thought, well, I mean, there's
Yeah,
there's never any really perfect time for doing meditations besides the moment that you feel that you need to go into it, which is what I do daily. Sometimes just that sitting still and in the silence and closing your eyes, the deep breath, let your shoulders drop. That for me can be meditation. So yeah. Oh, what I thought I'd do, and this is now I've got to bring it up and I've got to remember how to do this because I've got the different combination of screens now. And I'll do that solo. Now, this is my cosmic tone drum, and I'll actually turn off the frame. I can't turn off my little branding up the top and the bottom, and even down the bottom with what Ecamm comes up with. I'm not going to bother with the fussy stuff. It's enough that we're alive. We're alive, that we are live, even.
it's definitely a challenge this morning.
And I thought, I'll just do a sample of the sound of this, show everyone the drum, which I'm not sure how I do that one. We'll try it out when I get to it. The medicine drum, that is. So. That's that one. Then I have to change the screen back to me, I think. And this one is, I'm hoping that you can see me on
Hey, look at
that
that. It's
camera.
breaking.
This is the normal
What's
camera. It's the normal camera I'm supposed to be on, but because I'm as a guest in my own show, this is so interesting.
Thank
So
God for cameras.
so I am showing up on the live stream with
Yes.
my drum.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
I'll put it in front of my face. It's a beautiful raw deer hide. Now, this was created several years ago as I was doing my shaman training, and it has been fully and properly honoured with ceremony, smoke ceremony, tobacco ceremony, and all that is relevant in the culture of what is the Native American Indians. And at that point in time, that created this as a sacred medicine drum, and that is how I play it. So I don't know where I'm supposed to point this for the sound, but I'm hoping it's not too loud. So Leanne or audience, you might need to tell me if
I'll let you
it
know.
is. And I haven't been monitoring the comments at all. I haven't even looked at them, sorry. Um, So that's what we're going to use. I'm going to put that as intuitive guidance. Now, what we're going to try is, whilst I'm starting on the cosmic tone drum, that Leanne will do a guided meditation for us of sorts,
we just
and
can't go
you
with the
will
flow.
be. We sort of had a quick chat about the what, the how. That this was the how. She'll sort of. I did throw this at her, and I'm going
At the last minute.
put Leanne on solo so that you have Leanne's visual as we're actually leading into a meditation. Okay.
Okay, now it's time to take a nice deep breath back into your seat, allowing your breath in through the nose and breathing, exhaling out through the mouth. With each breath in, I want you to go deeper and deeper, allowing your body to relax, feeling your chair behind your back, feeling your legs sitting on the seat, letting go of any tension that you may be holding on to in your body. Releasing everything with each exhale. I want you to see the white light from the universe come down through your crown chakra at the top of your head, bringing that beautiful white light down through your third eye, through your throat chakra, and into your beautiful heart space. When this warm light sits in your heart, I want you to sit with yourself and be conscious of the feelings, the emotions, or anything that you are holding on to. This is the time and the place to acknowledge them. If the emotions need to come out, they need to be released. Feeling the beat of the drum radiate through your body. Acknowledging each thought, each emotion. And releasing it to the universe. As we release that all to the universe, we feel our body feeling much lighter. At peace. Feeling very relaxed. As it's now time to start to come back within yourself. Taking a nice deep breath, becoming aware of how that breath feels in your body. Exhaling out through the mouth. And with each breath coming into your body, I want you to become more aware of how you're feeling. How your shoulders are sitting. Your back is resting on the chair. Maybe your feet on the floor. Wiggling your toes. And when when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Wonderful. Take note of how you're feeling.
There. Now, I'm not sure which camera I'm on.
iPad.
Yes.
I think we had a bit of muffled sound by the look of comments there, or a comment there.
Muffled, was it?
Yeah, that's right.
Very muffled. Okay. I can.
Might be because of the different cameras, maybe.
And it could also be the different sounds, different microphones. What do you call them? Not microphones, speakers that people have. So, but it is good to actually try something new and something different. So I'm just going to, just with the first drum.
Okay.
I saw that. Okay,
Yeah.
so instead, I won't be putting up all of the comments. I'll just say, as I'm scrolling through, what I'll do is just scroll, and I'm going to put that on. Whoops. Trying to get me back on that screen. So, and then do the screen share back up and drop me as the guest down.
It looks like I'm here by myself again. Roz, you need to come back. There we are. Can't hear you, Roz. Got no sound. You turned on the Mac, you turned the sound down, remember?
Yeah, but I've got the AirPods in, so it should work with the AirPods.
We will get these technical issues sorted out.
We're learning. We are learning. Yeah. So I am going to have to face this one. I'm going to have to face the iPad, which means I'm going to be a bit... Oh, hang on. No, because I've got that at the right angle, don't I?
Roz,
I'm just going to be a vision in between. You'll get my profile.
Yeah. I was going to say, Roz, you turn the volume down on the Mac to stop the echo, so maybe the volume down might...
The Mac is down. So...
Oh, okay. Were you just going through the Mac screen?
I did turn the volume down. What's it do when I put the volume up on the iPad? Can you hear me better with that?
No, it doesn't change. It's more like
it's echoing. See, that's how I'm actually getting you, is hearing you on that, because these are actually just blocking any feedback. Like the AirPods are just blocking any feedback. Yep. The mic might be, and I don't know this, the mic might be just what is the iPad, or it could be my producer. I don't know.
Jasmine's hearing us perfectly, so that's okay. We'll stay with that.
Yeah. So I'm just going to acknowledge those who are here rather than putting up the comments of everything. I'll just say hi to Amy, to Erin, to Ashton, to Deb, and I'm working from what I can see from the bottom up. So to Jen, to Shakti, Amy, and if I double up, that's too bad. At the moment, I can see, yes, there is some questions wanting some answers there. So Monica, hi, Julie, Melanie, Mary, Amanda, there's a Monica again, and Amy, I think I've already said, Tiffany, Jasmine, Deb, and Amy. Oh, that's the comment about just the first drum being the quiet one. Yeah. Simone, Mary, Amanda. Oh, not muffled now. I wonder when that was.
I think it was only the cosmetic drum that was muffled by the sound of it.
Yeah. And then when I dropped out to drop me out and put the shared screen Ecamm one on, which you didn't have the volume for, we've got it sorted. You can hear me.
It's learning out loud.
Oh gosh. So I'll leave that sharing one to it. And yeah, you go for it.
Sorry, I was just going to say, do you want to bring Sin's message up?
I'm just trying. So I was just going down to the first ones there because that's how I do it. But what timestamp?
Yes. 11:19 is the bigger one.
That's the thank you so much, ladies, and I'll go
Yeah.
like that with ours, which makes
And
it.
she's just saying, yesterday, sobbing for some reason. I think I might be involving and letting go. The music is delightful, love and light, and any guidance would be appreciated. Thanks, Sin, for your feedback. It is really appreciated.
Yeah.
I think I just wanted to touch on that because there are times that we do feel the emotion and energy in our own body because it builds up over time. Now, for myself, I can have days where I get to a certain point, the emotion is there. It needs to be released. It's energy that we are holding on to. And for Ros and myself doing this work and anybody else that is quite intuitive, we can carry the energy of other people. So we may feel things within our body, our emotions, that we don't realize why. Whether it's as it's spirit or it's a person around us, we take it on like it physically is as. So it is important to acknowledge it. So I'm a big believer in if there's emotion there that needs to come out, allow it to come out. Don't try to hold back because what you are doing is suppressing that energy and you will find that it's just going to keep manifesting. So you are better to take those moments, whether it's 5 minutes, it's 4 hours, it's the day, and allow that energy out. My husband can come home at night and say to me, are you all right? I go, yes, I'm fine. He knows that that is that energy release if I'm sitting there in tears. It doesn't happen very often, but it's a build-up of energy that we need to let go of. Be creative, go out and paint, draw, find a way to release that energy, go for a run, a walk, get the breath work happening, because they are ways that we can move that energy before that emotion builds up. So it's important to really let go of it. All right. So,
That is so true. And
yep,
it's
acknowledge and
also
let go.
yeah. And it's also the knowing too when you need to have the rest. Because that's what I felt over the last 3 days. I
Yes.
virtually did sit in a chair, watching Netflix. I needed to veg out for some reason. That
Yeah.
was my way of doing it. And I was another thing on Facebook. My daughter had a little video that she'd done running along the Maiponga Reservoir. There's a new path thing that's opened there, track for
Yeah.
walking. Can't take
Oh,
dogs or anything,
nice.
but you can run. And there it is, bounce, 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 and it's giving me motion sickness. I think, no, there's no way I'm energetic enough to do that. Especially not after the 3 days I've had. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But even just going for a walk, just a stroll type of thing, get out with
yeah,
nature, ground
yeah,
yourself. Have some
yeah.
chocolate if you need an excuse for
Oh
chocolate.
yes,
Mind you,
you
I ate
may,
nearly a
don't
whole
you?
rabbit last night.
Yeah. I haven't gone into the Easter ones yet. So that may or
Oh,
may not happen. I do have some of my family visiting, so that's good. Yeah,
yeah,
and it is.
beautiful.
The energy is, well, it's shifting, it's around, it's different for everybody, but I think
It's
there
crazy.
does seem to be an overall shift. And I haven't kept up to date with my astrology at the moment either, or the other feeds.
Mm.
What are you feeling around that? Is there an actual energy shift with the
Yeah, I
moon?
think there is. We've
Moon?
come down out of that Mercury retrograde, so we've really felt that shift, but there is a little bit more of a heavy energy that's coming in. I think it's a positive change, but we need to realize that we need to acknowledge this stuff as it comes up and let it go, not fight it, because we get more exhausted when we do fight that energy. I know I do. Mercury retrograde, I think I was 2 weeks in. I was
Yeah,
frustrated. I'm like, I'm just over this, but I knew I got it. Fight it. I need to let it go because it's just going to bring me
yeah,
down even more. So it's important to acknowledge how we're feeling and
yep,
just to sit in that moment and clear your mind and acknowledge the feelings, the thoughts that come up to let them go. That way they're
yes.
not just building up to breaking point.
And it is okay to experience all that.
It
It is
is
okay.
when that it's human. It's a
Yes,
human
yeah,
action that we do.
yeah.
So we're no
And
lesser or no better for it, but we just,
yeah,
we need to be.
it's part of the path we're on, all of it.
Yep,
So
exactly.
good fun when you realise that. Sometimes it takes a bit to get past the fog or the
Yep.
yeah. I just thought I'd start on some of these questions. There's not going to be, I'm not expecting many because we've had a muck up with the
Yeah.
way our broadcasts are gone, but that's fine. So Ashton's just expressing how she loves her work and wanting to know if there's another baby boy or girl in line for her. I'm getting a yes myself.
I do too, and I'm drawn to a
And
boy.
are you? Oh, I'm drawn to a
Yeah.
girl. Maybe there's
You were
two.
saying, oh, maybe twins. Yeah. Your baby days certainly are not over, honey.
No, they're not. So there you
Yeah.
go.
I was seeing blue.
Oh,
Love it.
yes. And Amy is actually hoping for a message around health. And
Okay.
I'll put you on solo. So, you're getting anything there?
Yeah,
Now, the
straight away.
disclaimers, as usual, for anyone that's asking about health and the rest, you still need to continue onward with your usual
Yeah,
professionals that you seek help from.
that's it. Because we're not
Yeah.
trained in health at all. We're just the messenger between spirit and yourselves. So,
Mm.
in saying that, I was kind of picking up a little bit of anxiety, honey. So, where you're sort of feeling it a bit around the chest at the moment. My stomach is burning with your energy, but I feel that you hold on to energy, so stress around the stomach. So, I want to say just under the rib area, I get that in heightened energy there with that side of it. I do want to say just watch maybe the food intake, what sort of foods that you are eating that makes you feel that little bit discomfort, so a little bit of bloating that goes with that. So I don't know if you're sensitive more to dairy. I actually feel like I've got the green leafy type lettuces and stuff like that, the more higher acid foods that are sort of irritating your health. I'm certainly not getting any warning bells going off around your health. I do feel like it's more about maintaining your health though in that sense. Okay. So I want to say just breathe, ground yourself. The anxiety side of stuff is energy that you are picking up around. I do feel you're a little bit intuitive yourself too, honey. So you may find that when it comes to your body, that things are a little bit more in heightened because you're more in touch. You feel things probably more before they come to the forefront, sort of thing. Okay. So just watch the diet. Remember to breathe, ground yourself. I'm not feeling anything to be extremely worried about. Okay.
And as I've swapped over now to the eCam screen, the shared screen, I've got two cards that popped out for you there. And I can't remember who it was I was answering that for. It was Amy.
Amy.
Yes, I just had to
Yep.
have a look there. It's the scythe and the tree. What I like about the Lenormand deck is it's very literal if that's the type of answer you're after. And to me, looking at the scythe, it's just telling me to tell you, cut out the grains. And there's the tree that's actually, Leanne, you said grounding, and that's what a tree
Yep. And the
definitely is, Mother
greens.
Nature. So there you go.
Yeah.
That you couldn't get more accurate than that.
I love both cards, back it up. I do want to just say, though, I am noticing a lot of people coming out with health issues, and the medical profession are not being able to find what it actually is. So people are going and having all this testing done, and they keep getting it's clear that there's nothing there with that. I'm a big believer when we hold on to stuff in our energy field and we don't let it go, it starts to manifest in the physical, in the body side of it. So I want to say when you're coming back from the doctors and they're giving you those results where they can't find what's wrong with you, I want you to look at your energy field. I want to say look at the stresses and stuff that you're holding on to, the things in the past that you may need to let go of as well, because our bodies we carry that energy if we don't let it go. So I do think it's very important to do that work, that grounding, that breathing, that letting go. Rosa's smiling. She's come up with something in the background there.
And I'm forgetting that I've still got me. I thought I'd soloed you.
Well, I can still see you.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I am on my back end of it. I looked and thought, it is both of us. But that's all right. I'll just add
Doesn't
that one
matter.
up to there. I'm just looking at this next one. Okay, hang on. How do we do this again? That'll do. That'll do for now. I've got the screen there. I was looking at Julie's and I thought I'll shuffle the cards. You can read it while I'm doing that, and I did just, yeah, bummer. I mucked up the smooth flow of that. I didn't work it out
Yeah.
right. So, can you see anything there for Julie? And now you're on solo.
Okay. All right, honey. Hey, Julie. Hope you're well. I actually get the reference to the energy around you is really hectic at the moment, and there is the need to stop and to breathe, to ground yourself as well. Now, I do feel your father's energy is around you. He's got his hand on his heart, which is my sign for love and pride for yourself. I also feel like I'm looking at heart issues, the chest sort of side of things as well with him. So I do feel there were a few health issues around him. I get a loving energy around like coming through from him. He makes reference to being very much around you, so I do feel that you sense him around the house, and I need to acknowledge the small photo in the frame. So whether you sit with that photo at times or you find yourself glancing at the photo of him, I actually feel like I've got a second person in the photo as well. But I do get the reference to his soul is around you at that very time, and I get he hears you talk to him. So you just need to listen to what he's trying to tell you. So I want to say, trust your feelings, your thought, trust what you feel, think, see, hear, and what you know, because generally that's the simple way of explaining to you how spirit will communicate with you. All right. But I get a lot of love and a lot of pride. Okay. So thank you, honey.
And the cards that came up for that is ship, the mountains, and the key. It just feels like, having travelled off, having gone over into the other worlds or wherever we end up, as far as passing over, it really is just like a travel. You don't have to battle with what
Okay.
is the mountains in your life, and you're set free. The doors open. So it's just that feeling of he's been set free, and it is all good there. It feels happy, feels like a holiday sort of thing. Just, yeah, I'm feeling a very happy feeling around those. As I was
Mm.
laying down, I almost started giggling. Why? Did he like sailing or something like that? It just, the boat, whether that's my thing or whether it's your dad's. So,
Yeah. So your dad may
so
have
thank
felt
you.
stuck in his body when he was here. So the frustration with the body, the vessel.
Mm,
Okay.
yeah, so we're
Yeah.
back there again. And I've got another one. This one's from Mary Lease. Feeling less and less around me. Is he still with me? As far as loved one goes. What is your understanding on the energies that we understand as being our souls that are on the other side? What is your understanding of, how long are they actually around? Is it an unlimited timeline that we're looking at? Or
Yeah.
is there some form of, use by date
Yeah.
of when
I
spirit can come
believe,
back?
yeah, well, what spirit shows me, I believe it's an unlimited time date because everything leaves a impression of energy on the universe, on the world, on our lives, sort of thing. So even though on that soul level, that soul may move into another life and be reborn. Everybody has their own beliefs in that side of it. But what I believe is that soul can be reincarnated and will come back in one form or another. But we still feel their energy presence around us. My grandmother has been passed, I think I worked out the other week, about 28 years. I still feel her energy, but I believe that she has come back in one form or another since her passing. So, we are feeling that energy that is left behind, that residue, so to speak. It's like going into a shopping centre. Say, for us here in Adelaide, Marion Shopping Centre is a classic. You walk into that shopping centre in the morning or at night when it's closing down, there's hardly anybody around. You still feel that residual energy. That's our energy that we leave behind when we visit places like that. So you think about it, say thousands of people they can get through there a day, a week, sort of thing. That all builds up, and that's what we feel. Okay, so to that question, I would say it's never ending. All right. So, Mary, I do feel that your dad's still very much around you. I get the whistlings. I don't know if you hear the whistling or the tunes at times, but I do feel that he finds a way to let you know you're there. I also get the tickle behind the ear, so I do feel that he touches you back there to let you know that he's around as well. Okay. Oh, that's a different card. I haven't seen that one before. The two faces. Roz, I can't hear you.
I did mute while I was doing the shuffling.
You did a lottie.
I'm doing a lot of things, interestingly, today. And I'm trying to find the one that shows up the card, so I'm just going to solo it. I'll do it that way again. I just had to smile because is there an unlimited timeline for when from the other we can get that message from the other side? And like the stars is the first one. It's just it's pretty much what it's showing there is, and I'm supposed to point there. So there you've got the stars, you've got the clover, and you've got the masks. That's one of the expanded card in the expanded deck, and it's called masks. So what story that's telling me is basically it really is unlimited, and it's the luck of the draw which one you're going to actually get show up. So that's my interpretation of those three cards for what you actually ask, Mary. As far as, is it something that ebbs away? It doesn't.
Yeah.
It just depends what message there is to share and what comes forward in it. Now, I've got to go back to
and sometimes like Mary says, I'm feeling less and less around me. Sometimes we can find peace in them. We get to that stage where we've found peace in their passing, and we don't need to feel their energy quite as much. Doesn't mean they're not there. It just means your life has got busier. You've changed, maybe in a vibrational change, because I know as we go through vibrational changes as readers, that the way we sense spirit changes as well. So he may be presenting himself just in a slightly different way, honey. Okay.
Or even just dropping those little messages that are things that you did in the lifetime you shared, as far as the different songs that might be playing, that you have a familiar one crop up on a radio or somewhere, or things that you notice in a bookshelf of what might be enjoyed, something you read and enjoyed and shared together. It's little things like that sometimes we miss because it was so familiar, but that's the message. Yeah. So the next one we've got, Monica's actually asking for a 6-month reading. Look, those types of readings are what we actually earn our living with, and I'm going to put that out, that if you want something that is a bit more detailed like that, both of us have booking systems that or ring. Phone numbers are there on our either of our Facebook pages. So as much as I'd like to say, yes, we'll do one now, no, that's one of our boundaries that, I know that for Leanne, it's one of the boundaries she's setting, and it's one of mine as well now. So if there's a specific question that can be answered in, a 1 or 3 card spread like I've been doing, or how Leanne gets her guidance from spirit. I mean, I do that too, but I don't on lives. I'm finding I like the cards better. So that's the mix you're getting with us,
I just want to add to that. I'm actually sensing, honey, there's a bit of frustration around you, Monica. So I do feel that you're sort of looking at the direction you're heading in at the moment, because you're kind of feeling a little bit stuck. So whether you've had to come to a standstill to let this energy catch up, let everything balance out, I just get the reference to that energy will start moving in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So just breathe and go with the flow is the feeling I get with that. Okay.
And I'm just going to quickly bring up the cards that did come forward for you, Monica, as a quick short 3 cards, because I like 3. 3's a good number. So it is the key again, it's the mask again, and a slightly older man. So there's that influence there around you right at the moment. So
he's a new card too, number 28.
Number 28. Yeah, it's an older man. There's about different, 6 or 11 new cards, but
Wow.
two of them were an older man, an older woman, owls as another birds, and I can't remember them without looking up my list as far as what the actual extent. Well, mask is one. There's a magnifying glass, a well. Um, See, I'm still learning them. I don't want to do them by heart. They've got to stay in my
No,
memory.
use your intuition. Yeah.
Exactly that. So, yeah, so that's what's there for you. But I'm looking back at that camera and it's this one. So it is. You look at those cards there, Monica, and interpret what you're feeling yourself too, because that's, to me,
You got
that's
the
your more
intuition.
accurate reading as you read them for yourself, in a way, what you get as well. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's
So
great that we all
back
use
to,
our intuition when it comes to cards and stuff.
yes,
Trusting it. We've all got it.
I'll put that upside down too. Sorry about that. Now, did I? Oh no, I did take her question down.
Yeah.
And I did see this one from Jasmine. My first instinct on this one, Jasmine, is helping with your relationship. Yes, it broke up 2 weeks ago. It is sad when things do end, and you do need to honour for yourself that grieving process of the breakup. It is a grief process. But also, you mentioned you're trying to sort out your finances. That's something that you can easily do by going to someone for financial advice. I think there's some help that you can get through an agency. I don't remember what it is now, though. No, I can't remember. I could probably try and look that up and send you a message later on that one. Yeah.
But even to add to that, honey, sit and start. I get the need to just focus on the finances because you need to move forward, is the reference I get with that. I actually feel like you're holding on tension in your hip, your back area as well. So sit and write it out on paper so you can see the physical of what it is you've got going out, what's coming in, and all that stuff. It's really important. Now, this isn't just for you, Jasmine. This is for everybody to focus on what it is you need and see that coming in rather than focusing on the debt and the amount you have, because what you're going to do is in that situation, you are going to manifest that debt and it's going to keep getting bigger. So if you focus on the positive energy, you are going to see that money that money you're seeing coming in will come in. All right.
Yep. And the card that, dropped the comment. There is sunshine ahead. It's just that's the only card that it threw itself out, and that's the only card you need. Look at the sunshine.
Yeah.
Look at
And
what's positive, and it is going to be fine. But allow those processes to happen, the grief at a split and everything, and take it calmly when sorting your finances.
Yeah, it's funny because I haven't seen that card before because that's a new one too, I think. And I got the sunshine's knocking on your door.
It is part of the. It may have been updated as a image, but it is part of what is the normal Lenormand.
Yeah.
So it's the sun and the moon are definitely in the original deck. I just love the artwork of what Ciro Marchetti actually. I'm presuming that's how it's pronounced, but there's some other decks he's got. Oh, the artistry, superb. But you can't buy everything.
No.
And that's where self-control, even for how much Jasmine's going through, it does involve self-control. Do you really need it compared to do you want it? And what's the first step in this situation? What's next and next? And that's all you can do. And it will come up. Roses come up, sunshine. So I'm just trying to run through these. Oh, Shaz is here now. Oh, well, she was at 11:19. You can't get past the timestamp, can you? We have Amanda Jane wondering about, is there anything juicy coming her way?
Oh, you can manifest anything you like, honey.
I'm actually getting an exciting feeling. So
yeah, I do too. I want to put travel around you though, hun. So I do feel the need to travel in the next 12 to 18 months. Okay.
I'll just see what the cards are going to throw up for it. Whoops. Oh, something nice letter. Yeah. Whoops. I'll just share that. and solo that. So it's, and I'll drop your comment there. So the birds are communication, but that is, the wrong camera again. I've got so used to doing the right thing with the right camera. The iPad. The birds, as far as the owls, it's communication and chattiness. Just beware of gossip and that sort of stuff. But it just feels like communicating something really good, because flowers. It's always really nice to get flowers, and it's just a nice feeling. And to go with a letter. So I think, like you said, it probably is things coming up, probably tickets or something like that for the travel that you're suggesting that might be ahead. So it is whatever you want to manifest.
Oh, yes. Exactly. And that's the thing. We've got the power to manifest what we want to. We just need to put that clear picture out to the universe to do it, and keep that clear picture. Bring in the havoc by confusing things.
Yeah. Yes. Well, that's a very interesting question, isn't it? Of course they can.
Yeah, of course they can. Very much so. Children from birth right through to around the 10 to 12 years of age are very intuitive. It's usually around the 10 to 12 that they start to become more conditioned away from that. But kids these days are staying more and more open. Okay. My kids always used to stare off in space. They'd look over my shoulder, or something would catch their eye and they would lock eyes on that. That is spirit. When they get a little bit older, look at what they're chatting to, and look what they're saying when they're chatting and they're playing and stuff like that, because you may find that they will remind you of somebody that has passed over, or a message may come through in that way. But oh, yes, definitely. Yeah. I wanted to go, also, hell yes.
Yeah. And also, too, I mean, the babies are born as the soul. It's coming in to experience another lifetime. So they're not babies. They are old souls most times. Actually, I don't know that I can't remember if I've ever heard when a new soul is born. Because there has to be at some point, because of the pure population we've got. So might have to look that one up.
Yeah. My daughter's rather dressed up. I'm not sure where she's going.
Curiosity kills a cat.
A lunch date with somebody.
Yeah.
She's got a social life, that child.
Yeah. Social life, what's that? Yep.
That's what I mean. She makes up for me.
Gets a little bit thin on the ground, but that's all right. I like where I am. So thank you, ladies. Always so helpful. Yes, I ate Lindt dark chocolate bunny in a small one, and I've still got Lindt dark chocolate. Oh my God. I've got the block of chocolate in the fridge, but I haven't done Easter shopping yet. So
yeah, me either. Sin, you are very good at only eating a small one. I got given the big one, the Cadbury's big one, by a beautiful client the other day or last week, and I sat there last night sniffing the bum of it. Oh, this smells so good. I think I stopped about that short of the base of it. I sat there going, my husband, help me eat this. And he's like, no, I don't want any, because it was getting late. I think it was like 11 last night. And I'm going, I ate too much chocolate.
Well, it's almost criminal that they actually make it. It's just not fair.
Yeah. I'm pretty grounded today, so, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple of questions here now. This one's a bit more like a general, but does Dad have anything for me, please? So.
Oh, okay, honey.
For her.
Reading that comment straight away, I need to acknowledge the celebration or the birthday that has just been or about to be. So I feel like I need to say happy birthday to somebody very close around you in the family. Now, I'm not sure if Dad had some kidney issues or pain back near the kidneys at some stage on the right-hand side, because all of a sudden he's just giving me a sharp pain in that sort of lower rib, under the rib area with that side of it. There's a lot of wisdom to Dad as well, okay? So I think at times you hear his voice as well. So he just wants to acknowledge, or you think you hear his voice is probably more the way he puts it. I do feel that he speaks to you, honey, okay?
And
Beautiful.
I don't know what I did with the screens, but I think I had a solo there with the cards. I'm not sure what I was doing.
Yeah.
Just a quick one. Very definitely a strong energy with the two male cards, the man
Mm.
cards coming up, the younger and the older, and just the key being the set free. Um, so whatever that means for you, I would say he probably was a very strong masculine man. So that's the two differences, by the way, of what the two male cards are in there now. Are these showing up as crooked? I'm trying to get
Yep.
them straight.
That's
Whoop,
more
that
straight.
right?
I'm actually, yeah, it's getting better. I'm actually looking at him thinking, is that the same person just aged more?
I don't know. Don't know. I haven't looked at them that closely. I just,
The facial
I do
features are
do me readings. Oh, hang on, got to go back to that. Sorry, drop that down. Oh, get this right.
similar.
Oh, sorry about that. And well, it could be there was the two cards there because there's another one that's wanting some messages from Dad. The man must be knocking at the door today.
Did we before with Dad?
No, that was Deb.
It's
This
a
is
different
Julie.
Julie.
So it's a
Oh,
different
yeah, I
girl.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Dad's the definitely the focus this week or today, I should say. Every week we
Yeah.
seem to have a different subject, sort of thing. I love
Yeah,
it.
it does trend that way, doesn't it?
Okay.
So it's for Julie.
Um, Straight away, honey, as I connect to his energy, I kind of feel a little bit of frustrating energy, but very much in my own head. He's given me the dryness to the throat. So whether he had issues around the throat, I feel like he couldn't say the things he wanted to say, but I do feel like I'm looking at swallowing is quite hard. So I don't know if Dad was a smoker over time, but I just get the reference to look at the damage that was done around the throat area with that side of it. Okay. He makes me feel like my voice is getting a little bit husky. So whether you noticed a change in his voice over time as well, but I just get the reference to, looking at the changes around there. Okay. Now, I do feel like somebody carries a photo of him in a little locket type thing. So I've got that oval shape gold locket that opens up with a little photo in it as well. So I don't know if that's something you have got or somebody in the family has got, but he just wants me to acknowledge that side of it. Okay. I feel number 27 is really strong around you too, hun. So whether I'm looking at the 27th of a month, but I just get the reference to the number 27. Okay. So I'll leave you with that.
And as I popped up the card, it is the cross, which is 36. Adding up, it does do the 9 as far as a numerology, an ending, a finish, a completion. So I thought I'd just pop that in because it was only the one card that was needed for you. So how that is relevant for you, you'll understand. And I'll drop that back out. Now, Kate has put hang on, I've got to hide one and then put up the other one, don't I? I've gone back to Kate. Did it work? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very general one. If you want to answer that, or we can go on because it is general. Anything for me, please. We do ask that you do specific questions.
Did you want to do that one, hun? Do you want to maybe pull a card?
I will buy a card on that one. So what's coming through is a different pathway for me. So whether the card will bring that up, you're making a choice about something different happening. Oh, it's a ring. Okay, that's all you need. Are you considering a relationship and moving to... Oh, hang on.
We can't see the cards.
Sorry about that. I forgot to put the cards up. Yes, there's... Oh, is it showing them? Yes, it is.
No, I can't see it yet, but just take a second to click in my end.
It does.
There it is.
Should be. You've got the ring and the older man. So I would say there's a level of commitment about to move into your life with a man. So that's what I've got here in the cards. You'll know in more detail what that means for you. So there you go. And I'd say mature man. So it's going to be a... What's your feeling around that as it pops up?
Yeah,
man?
I just got the older man, so I feel like a male that's a little bit older than you.
So that was around relationship, I think, being the ring. Anyway. Hopefully that answered something for you. And that was for Kate.
Okay.
Now, we might make it the next couple only because we are moving up to midday,
Yes.
which is sort of, we're
Yes,
still doing the hour-ish. We were just going to go with what we were led to do. So thank you,
beautiful.
ladies.
Thank you, Amy.
I've taken myself off wheat and sugar, so maybe the dairy as well. So that's
Yeah.
in response. So Amy's actually given us feedback about the reading that we gave her earlier.
Yeah.
And I think really the scythe with the, that's what I see as far as the scythe card goes, that it is harvest and it is wheat, it's a cereal. So that's really good. Thanks for sharing
Actually,
that back with us too, Amy. Yeah.
Julie's just given us feedback on her dad with the throat too.
Oh, yeah.
Very 11:54. That's interesting.
Which one? 11, what? Trying to get
And
there.
Julie with the double A 11:54.
Yeah, just got it. So that's
It's on the
wow,
throat.
almost spot on.
This vent in the no
Vent.
wonder I was feeling the
Yeah,
throat. It
yeah,
made me feel like
difficult.
his throat was so dry.
Yeah, and that was the cross he
Yeah.
had to bear. He couldn't communicate. Yeah.
Yeah, and even the way he didn't want to die, that would be the frustration that I was feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, and I really appreciate that
Yes, thank
feedback.
you. Thanks for
Yeah,
that.
it's good sometimes to understand why we feel certain things because he straight away just took me to the throat.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, I'm still only at the half hour mark. I mean, it just seems to be that last half hour of comments just won't get read, pretty much,
Yeah,
which is fine. I'll try
I
to get
do.
through them myself later. Is there anyone out of that lot that you've seen that we haven't answered that you want to?
Well, I've started a new trick on my live shows on Wednesday night. I just flick the mouse, and wherever it stops is where I read. Sort of thing, because I used to start from the
Oh, that's
bottom up and
cool.
work my
I
way.
do. Then I can keep a track of those that I follow up with afterwards because I like to at least offer a one or a three card quick reading. And what I've actually been doing is the video, doing a quick recorded video of that. And it's not a guarantee I'll do it every time either. So it's pot luck, like I have in my
Yep.
description usually. I just had to put this up because it's cracking her up. It cracks me up too.
It's funny what spirit does to us.
Yeah, isn't it? I
Oh,
think we might do this one of Rachel's. Is there any messages from
okay.
mum or brothers or auntie? I mean, that's a large framework to
Oh,
work within. So, who are you
okay.
getting anything from?
Pressure to the head, the stroke. So I feel like somebody's had a stroke or impact to the head, honey. I actually feel like I want to go around your brother with that side of it. Would I be right in saying he was very stubborn when it come to his health? Because I feel like he didn't focus on himself much, but he keeps giving me, and I don't know if I want to say stroke or I want to say impact, but he keeps giving me that feeling straight to the top of the head. With that side of it, I do feel that you feel his energy around you, and I look at the messages through the music. All right, Mum's very quiet energies, very loving, very caring sort of energy, but I do feel she's very much more on the quieter side around that. But I look at the changes you're going through at the moment, so I do feel that things are changing in your life and they're more positive. Okay, lots of love there.
Mm.
Okay.
And the cards that I've been able to pull out for you are the lilies, the sun, and the dog. And it just feels to me like there is peacefulness coming ahead for you, and with things, as we've already said, around the sun, it's all potential that is there, that the sun shines on what you're doing. And especially having the dog there, it's a loyalty. It's like loyalty, it's the friendship, it's all that that you're eager to have welcome you in a day. You get
Yeah.
home from work and you've got a dog that'll jump all over you because it's happy to see you. The sunshine, because it gives great love, a more loving, warm energy. The lilies, it really is. Someone said to me, I mean, they just remind me of death, and I sort of, no, you don't really see them just on a coffin. They are. It's a piece. They're
Yeah.
beautiful. flowers. They give that depth of,
That's
gee,
it.
what further is there to look into when you're looking at lilies? So that's what came up there for you. And I'll go back to that and drop that out. And I think we probably should end it on that. I'll just do one more flick to see. Oh, Sin's actually asking for a card reading. Now, this is where I'll say I'll message you later for that one, because I think we do need to actually get moving on more things in our own days, the same as, for yourselves. Look at what's around you and what you need to do. Do you actually need to do it? Is it something you want to do? Is it creating joy for you? If you're feeling sad, honour it. Do some time meditating even deeper on what's coming forward for you. All those things.
Yeah.
So,
I want to say just go with the flow as well. Well done,
get
Amanda, for
manifesting.
manifesting.
That's where I put it.
Yeah,
Get
I like it.
manifesting.
And do you know what? We can surrender to all this energy and just choose to make the choice to be happy and just allow things to flow. If you'd asked me late last year what I had planned for this year, I would have said going with the flow, whatever spirit is putting in front of me. I've had the card app go live this year, which I didn't even see it coming or the opportunity to do that. Got notification last night that I'm up for a award in the International Psychic Association, so people can vote in that side. And it's just crazy the things that have come up. So I want to say, when you surrender and you go with that energy, what will flow, sort of thing, because it's us that block a lot of things.
Yes.
And when we trust and surrender, it's a whole different world.
And that's the operating word, I think, too. It is actually trust. Trusting what you're receiving from spirit and your guidance. And surrender to what they have, which is usually the bigger picture that we can't see, because we have our little narrow headlight on compared to what they've got the full
and
view.
The blinkers.
The blinkers, whatever way you describe it. Well, thank you, Leanne. That we got past that initial learning experience.
There's no limits in life. We can deal with the stuff as it comes up.
Oh, yeah.
Just little medals.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
For those
Thank you.
who actually join in our chat streams, and even those who in the replay field comment, you can still comment in that chat stream afterwards. It's just not live, obviously. But I get notifications of them coming up. I suppose it's part of the mytimetv.live notification system. Because I'm part of that, I get them. So, it's all the connected web that we actually are. We are one. And it's lovely to share the energy with everybody today. Take it out into the world and manifest what you need to be doing for your own lives. Okay?
Exactly. Remember, it all starts within us.
Yeah, and experience in the best way you can. That's all you can do. So, thank you. Namaste to everybody. And next week it will be back to 10:30, and I hope without the glitches. Well, my expectation and intention is 10:30 next week on Tuesday. Have a happy Easter, everyone, for those that celebrate it too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Leanne, and everyone. Bye for now.